We live on a Monday. Welcome to another episode of discussions and conversations. As Drip get everything right on the back end, we'll dap up and do our little thing. But y'all go ahead and drop in the comments, start liking, start sharing. Go ahead and get that. Go ahead and get that going. Get that in rotation. It's Monday. Everybody off work, so it should be business as usual. There we go. We live. We here.
There we go.
What's up, man?
Another episode. Oh,
There you go.
another episode. It's been a couple of days, man. I forgot how to do this.
Hey, he didn't have the mic. He didn't have the mic in his hand. There we go. Story posted.
Another. Wow, man. We're here for another episode.
Another
of
one, man.
discussions and
We almost at
conversations.
episode 10. Friday will make 10. The big 1-0.
Wow. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure we can get the people in the house.
We getting y'all in here. So y'all, as y'all getting in and y'all see what we doing, what y'all see is us getting everybody invited, sharing. So if we sharing, that mean y'all should be sharing. That's the only thing that
putting
makes
it in the
sense.
Group chat, everything, man.
Send it to everybody. What they doing? They not doing nothing. I'm sending it to everybody. Get in here right now. Don't even play.
Post it on Facebook. My Facebook crowd should be ready to hear me talk because it went down.
You had an
yesterday.
event. You had an eventful weekend.
Oh man, did I? Eventful to say the least.
You had an eventful, funny weekend.
Mm,
Was it funny in the moment? No. Did it let me? There we go.
I got it on everything.
I got it on everything. Everything that's everything.
Yeah, people need to get the rolling in. Cause I miss here.
We here.
Gotta clean up what I messed up. All right,
What you got?
we are here for another episode. Episode 9.
9, man.
As you said, Friday makes 10. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. A lot of podcasts don't make it to episode 10
They don't. Some of them don't even make it to 5.
because they really can. I'm gonna talk. They don't make it because they doubt themselves.
Yeah, you gotta believe in yourself. That's the number one. That's the number one rule.
They doubt themselves, man. Like I watched the TikTok yesterday, man, and it don't really got nothing to do with our topics today, but I watched the TikTok yesterday, and the TikTok essentially was like, don't be downtrodden by the views, by the view count that you get.
Okay.
And then they really broke it down. They were like, because if you think about it this way. And this what got me. I after they broke it down, I watched it 2 or 3 more times. I was like, oh my God, that's so true. Think about it this way. So if you get 250 views, right?
Okay.
Think about it that way. If you get 250 views, I'm putting it in our terms. Some churches don't got 250 people in the building.
Yes. True.
So if you got 250, you selling out a small concert venue.
Okay.
If you got 1,500, that's 1,500.
Mm-hmm.
You selling a house of blues.
Anybody in Orlando know House of Blues is? Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. If you got 15,000 views,
You at Addition Financial.
you at Addition Financial Arena.
Yeah. Arena. Please. Yes.
You catch the trend.
Mm-hmm.
So 70,000. That's a football stadium.
We at Camping World.
So the gist of the TikTok was saying, like, you may see it as a small fraction or a small beginning or a small anything, but in all actuality, like, you technically selling out rooms just by your view count alone. And if you keep on just getting 15,000, 25,000,
200,
1,500,
yeah,
2,500, like if you keep doing that on a consistent basis, like you're literally consistently selling out a small arena or a small concert hall on a consistent basis.
That's true.
So,
Dang.
Again, don't discourage your view count, your small beginnings, whatever you want to call it, because like in this day and age, like back then, like it was kind of different back then because views and all of that, it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
So if you were getting 100 views on a reel, that you popping. Mm-hmm. But like nowadays, like people really get caught up in the world of I gotta have 1 million views, or at least gotta have 500,000 views.
Okay.
I need brand deals. I need endorsement deals. I need,
and that's because that's what they thinking about. They thinking about when the view counts go up, that's when the sponsorships and brand deals come in.
Honestly, like a lot where a lot of people go wrong is, and y'all, this ain't even our episode today. As y'all can see our title.
Yeah.
This ain't our episode today.
That's what discussions and conversations about.
This is just based off the TikTok I saw yesterday.
That's what discussions and conversations about.
Oftentimes, people get into these businesses, these situations, podcasts, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. A lot of times people get into it with the mindset of, I'm trying to make $1.
Yes.
I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to monetize.
Yeah.
Not because they have, not necessarily a passion for it, but they don't have a real.
You can almost say passion, that love really for it, the desire, the drive.
It's not really there a lot of times. So again, like people are oftentimes looking for the money side of it.
Yeah.
I know podcasters are signing $150 million deals, so I should get into podcasting. Like that's the mindset for some people that are getting into this. Not because I know I may have a story to tell, or I know I could say something about a particular subject. No, not because of that. Because they know that podcasters are signing $150 million deals.
Yeah.
They're signing
so they can do it.
$500,000 deals. They're signing. They can do it. I could do it.
Yeah. And that ain't all. That's not always the case for a lot of them.
I could honestly say, like, I'm fine with sitting here every week, having 15, 20 people commenting, mm-hmm. and still being able to get whatever off my chest. Like, yeah. I'm fine with that.
Because, I mean, end of the day, it's meant to be. I think a lot of people took the passion, the fun of it out of it when they start making it so monetary. Like, I gotta make money. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, man, this should be able to be a platform where people can sit down and just relax, just drink, have a conversation. Like,
but the reason people are that way is because they invest so much into it on the front end.
Okay. So going back to how we always stand on our business side of it really plays a big part in the luxury that we have. It's almost a luxury to us.
They invest so much into I gotta get a $2,000 camera. I gotta get
computer,
the $500 microphone. If they don't already have one, I gotta go out and get the latest MacBook Pro, and so you're investing off rip. You putting $5,000-$6,000 into this.
Thousands. So you
put thousands of dollars into this.
So naturally, you're looking for that quick turnaround. Like,
you gotta have your ROI.
I need to have that ROI like in 90 days. I need to be seeing something.
And me personally, I've seen my ROI with the equipment.
Oh yeah, we've seen. I mean,
we've seen the ROI. So it's kind of like now we're in the.
I mean, we got stuff on the books that we still seen the ROI.
We're literally like in a state now to where it's kind of like, I mean, it's just sitting there. Let's use it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And
not that it's just sitting there, but on Monday night and Friday night we ain't doing nothing with it. So
yeah.
Just use it.
Like, I mean, in Monday nights and Friday nights we usually sit down together, either together with our families, whatever, shoot the shit. So I mean, makes sense to go ahead and take that and go all the way with it.
Man.
Episode 8, man. Them playoffs going in. Discussions and conversations. Episode 9. Episode 9.
Yeah.
Episode 9. Nueve. I can't believe I did that on cue. That's crazy.
Kick off the show. Well, we done did that.
We done get the show kicked off.
This is a question for you. Which playoff series so far has you on the edge of your seats? Right now, let's give an update. We got the Celtics Knicks in about 15 or so minutes.
Okay, get an update. Let me think.
Pacers Cavs is 3-1. Celtics Knicks is 2-1 right now.
Okay.
Pacers Cavs is 3-1. No. No.
No, the Pacers and Cavs. That's right. Then the Pacers just beat them.
Oh man.
On the edge of my seat though.
Thunder Nuggets is 2-2. Wolves Warriors is 1-1. 2-1. 1-1. I don't know if these notes are correct, y'all. I'm just being honest with you. I don't know if this is right. I do know they play tonight at 10 o'clock though. That is correct.
No, I do believe your notes are right because first off, the series that's had me on the edge of the seat is definitely gonna be the Thunder and Nuggets because I was not expecting for this to still be such a back and forth between these two. I thought at some point the Thunder were gonna take away, but I mean, I don't know. The Nuggets.
No, Warriors up 2-1. Wolves up 2-1.
2-1. Okay.
I knew something was wrong here.
So, I mean, that series would have been probably a nail-biter, edge of the seat, only if maybe Steph would have been still there. But, I mean, not having Steph, you're not really getting much of a – you ain't really getting much. I saw – Drip, I meant to send this one to the chat. Bro, I saw a graphic of the quote-unquote playoff Jimmy, and they did Jimmy numbers in Miami during the playoffs during one of the years, and then his numbers currently in Golden State, and they're saying that it wasn't playoff Jimmy, it was Heat culture. Because apparently his numbers in Golden State playoffs are terrible compared to what his numbers were when he was in Miami playoffs.
But that's because in Miami's playoffs, Jimmy was number one option.
Okay.
In Golden State's playoffs, Jimmy's not the number one option.
Okay.
He's becoming the number one option
now because of injury.
Steph is injured, but he wasn't the number one option. So, I mean, I think a lot of those kind of graphics are there to kind of like mess Jimmy up in a sense, because you got to remember people are still upset at the fact that why he left Miami the way he did.
Yeah.
So just that alone, bro, a lot of these stats and figures and statistics and
But why so mad at him, man? I mean, as a Miami fan, I don't understand the Jimmy hate. Like, bro, the man was getting, bro. I mean, especially now after
bucket getter for y'all, bro.
But he was a bucket getter, man.
Bro,
but they were not, bro, and they were not treating that man the way. And all he kept asking for was help. Kevin Durant was out there at one point. Russell Westbrook, when John Wall was at the end of his career, and he actually had a little gas in his tank. It was so many players out there that Miami could have got, and Pat was like, "Nah, Jimmy, you do it." Dwayne did it. Dwayne didn't do it, nigga. You went and gave him LeBron.
Well, first you wouldn't have gave him Shaq.
Thank you, bro. So it's like you can't say, "Oh, Dwayne did it,"
and you wouldn't gave him.
Come on, man.
Who else was on that team?
So
you wouldn't gave him help, bro. You didn't give Jimmy no help.
I mean, me personally, I don't have no Jimmy hate. Jimmy Butler's a hell of a basketball player, and he is funny as shit. Him and Buddy Hield relationship is funny as hell to me in Golden State. So
I'm loving it, man. I mean, again, I think people just hate him, bro.
Yeah,
it's just hate.
I mean, it's almost like the hate LeBron got when he left Cleveland, but then he went back, and then they was like, "Oh man."
KD got when he left the Thunder.
Yeah.
Then when he left the Warriors. Then when he left Brooklyn.
Oh shit.
Oh. Awkward.
Oh my God. What series? Yeah, he said all that on live. What series have had you on the edge, nail biting? Where you at?
None of them, because the Magic aren't playing. They're all trash. I mean, look at this. Like, look at this, man. Look at this. Look at that. 3-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-1. Like, that's...
I mean, I don't see no Game 7s coming from the second round. I don't see no Game 7s coming at all.
The only game 7 I would see is Nuggets, and Thunder.
Yeah.
That's the only game 7 I'm seeing, bro. Other than that, bro, at this point, bro, I don't lost faith in the Celtics, bro.
I mean, I don't know why New York playing with their food like this, man.
Real quick, if y'all here, man, check in, tap in, say what's up, say hello, say where you watching from. Not necessarily where you watching from, because some people take that the wrong way. Like, I'm watching from home. I'm
watching on my toilet.
The city, fool. But yeah, let us know where y'all watching from, or all of that good stuff, man. We don't see y'all comments. Y'all ain't commenting.
Yeah, I know we can see when y'all comment. We can see y'all don't comment. That's kind of how this works.
Commenting, man.
It's kind of green that y'all not commenting. Because we've been here. We've been talking for a minute.
I mean, a minute. Like, we done been on.
I know something to get the people.
7:16.
I know something to get everybody talking. Everybody can relate to this.
Gert, hey babe.
Hey sis, y'all saw that Diddy trial started.
Yeah.
Bro, that Diddy trial is up and running. His family is
a lot
there.
is going on already.
Bro,
like,
it's so much going on already to where, like, I don't even know what headline to start with first.
Bro,
that I saw today.
They're saying, because this is what I'm saying right here, right now. They're saying that right now there's about 120 accusers, but only like 4 or 5 or like about 5 or 6 of them are actual like witnesses.
Dog, I saw, this is the craziest headline. This is the one. One of the accusers testified in court today that he was forced to urinate in Cassie's mouth
during a freak off.
Doing a freak off.
I mean, from what I saw, they trying to essentially just make it seem like we were all just, having fun.
Yeah, that's what the defense. What's up, bae? That's the defense mechanism is like, oh yeah, y'all can't blame him for the way he liked to have sex.
They obviously all agreed. That's what they're saying. I'm not saying that. That's what they're saying. He obviously. Everybody agreed, and that's not what I'm saying. That's what the defense is trying to portray.
Man, listen,
they're just trying to make it seem like we was doing the do, and everybody just
I would be on
now they're mad about how we did the do, but realistically, like.
Bro, 120 accusers, bro.
He's starting to look like Bill Cosby.
It's starting to look like he gonna go up the road.
That too. I mean, if
I gotta hear it say it, man. Let me hear it.
He got more money than Bill Cosby.
Yes, without a doubt. He was a billionaire, as Nancy Grace said, with a B.
Like, sadly, in this world, this day and age, in this country, money can get you anywhere.
I mean, but how much access does he still have to a lot of that money because of the racketeering charges he was faced? A lot of his accounts were froze. I mean, remember, they seized a lot from him. They raided all his properties. I mean, I don't know how much of that money he really still got access to. Unless he had cash. Hard cash,
and I'm pretty sure he had a lot of that.
Okay, so I mean, if he had a few M's in cash, then
I'm sure.
I mean, he done made some moves and got that. He getting that flip.
I mean, ain't no need to flip it. All you need for right now, all he need money for, is to fight a trial. That's all he need money for right now, is to fight a trial. That's it.
So when it's one of these type of trials, if they lose, he don't have to pay, or he got fees no matter what, right?
Oh yeah, he got fees no matter. He gonna have restitution. He gonna have to pay to all the victims. Jeez. And yeah. Realistically, majority of the money that they seized is just gonna go to the victims.
Okay. They're gonna just
if he's found guilty to have done the racketeering portion of it all, and so on, blase. Majority of that money, if not all of that money, is going to go to the victims. They're going to split it 5, 6, 120 different ways.
Bro, and that, you know what, Drip? That's what I was about to say, bro. Where did they find
120 people that can
Bro!
say that they had sex with P. Diddy?
Like what was the survey? Was it like the census? Like, how did y'all get to 120 accusers?
Honestly, once the one came out, at that moment it was just out there. People just started DMing the lawyer, calling the lawyer, calling the court, calling the police. Everybody just gimme.
Man, the judge cool as hell, man. He been showing up to trial, man, with his sneakers on, man, his headphones on.
He ain't gonna be so cool when he say life.
Oh,
What do you so say the court? Life in jail. He ain't gonna be
Prison.
cool then.
prison, life in prison.
He ain't gonna be cool then, man. Life in Rikers.
Man, how many, let me just look it up real quick. How many years is Diddy really facing for this if found guilty?
I think it was here. Hold on. Let me go. Hold on. I got you. Oh, I got you. He is facing life imprisonment if convicted. Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bro, I saw something else that said that
Damn.
that Jennifer Lopez,
One of the 120?
not one of the 120, was a part of the dude, the male dancer dude. That's the one that peed and cast him out.
Oh God.
It was a male dancer.
Yeah, I knew it was a male dancer.
Mm-hmm. His name Daniel Phillip. Daniel Phillip said that J-Lo was a part of some of that stuff. Cassie was a part of some of that stuff. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So his charges are racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion,
He
transportation to engage in prostitution.
Yeah. Those last two, I mean, just off of day one, it's looking like them last two gonna stick. I mean, we still getting into the racketeering. I mean, they touched on a little bit of that today, but I'm really feeling like just off them last two, bruh, just from today, bruh. And you gotta think about it. Once Cassie get up there, and I mean, we was watching the same thing, bro. I mean, this woman is big and pregnant, showing up to court, telling you these sad stories. Them jurors, man.
I don't. It's so sad, man. What's going on to black men in the world right now? Like, really, like.
I mean, yeah, because obviously Shannon Sharp is still going on. I mean, he probably jumping for joy that the Diddy trial started. Take some heat off of him.
Barely.
It'd be the perfect time for them to drop that sex tape on him. They'll be like, all right, then let's go ahead and talk about both black men at the same time.
I mean, bro, even with, like, Jesus Christ, bro, like, it's so much. Okay, hold on. Let's see.
I can't. Man.
I just asked ChatGPT for a recap of the trial.
Shout out ChatGPT.
This is about to be 8 weeks long.
The trial 8 weeks.
Christ.
Man, it's gonna end right in the middle of the summer. That's at a decent time. How many people testifying?
That's a great question. From what I saw, it was like 6 or 7.
But apparently the prosecution got like 3 key ones that's like knock them out, drag them out. Like, these 3 go up there and testify. The hell with everybody else. We gonna win it.
Honestly, I think one of the 3 is for sure Cassie.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Probably the Danity Kane chick.
Was the one of the ones that was, I mean, bro, listen, bro, that testified today. If he wasn't one of the 3, if it get worse than what he said,
which it will,
and that's the part, Drip. It gets worse.
They're literally like setting the stage right now, dog. Like this for them is like. I saw it when I was watching the episode of Law and Order, bro. They were like, for a lot of lawyers, like, this is like the symphony. Like, and you're like orchestrating the symphony.
Oh, this is beautiful.
So when you're orchestrating music, you know how you got your crescendos.
Yeah.
All
We's a
of
band
that good
orchestra.
stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta get there.
Yeah.
And what they're saying is like, in order to get there, you gotta paint the picture. You gotta paint the narrative. So
They Picasso right now.
Your opening statements is you painting that picture.
They got a whole background that's getting you feel me?
You setting the foundation. You
they building a house.
Colors out.
Ooh.
What you gonna do? You thinking about your brush strokes. You think like all of that stuff.
You know, they test stroke it with they brush first before they even do it.
So you're sitting there, and honestly, where it sucks is these people been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, none of these lawyers are.
They got like practice with this.
Yeah.
So they've mastered the art of building the music.
Mm-hmm.
They've mastered the art of setting the scene. And boy, again, the build up as of right now, just today alone, like the opening statement and what bro got going on. Convict him.
And again, once they get into Cassie and the videos come out, because there's apparently more than just video that we seen of him kicking her in the hotel elevator shaft and
I didn't see
elevator
that video.
lobby.
He allegedly did all of those things.
You ain't see that video?
Nope.
Everybody saw that video.
He allegedly did those things.
So I mean, it's hard to say allegedly when video footage come out.
They don't, and on top of all of this, they don't even have assault as like one of the charges that.
Ain't no DV
like,
none of that.
So like, who cares about that? I ain't gonna say who cares, but like
that. I mean, that again, as you said, that goes into the painting the picture, the okay. Let me lay down the foundation, because if you see that he did all this to this woman.
Breaking news. The Mavericks won the number 1 pick in the NBA draft lottery for this year. The draft lottery is going on right now. The Mavericks just got the number 1 pick.
Okay.
In the
draft
Mavericks
got the number 1 pick.
And the Spurs, 76ers, and Hornets round out the top 4. So number 1 is Mavs. They got Spurs, 76ers, Hornets. I don't know what the details are because, some of them could have traded stuff away previously. Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure the Mavericks.
Those details later.
I'm pretty sure the Mavericks got that number 1 pick somehow because of that Kyrie trade, I would assume. Or is it a Luka trade, maybe? Because that number 1 pick. They just.
Yeah, probably.
Probably the Luka trade more recently, but yeah, man. Diddy is I'm thinking conviction.
Diddy did it. Did he do it?
No, he did it.
Oh. You sure?
Drew. He did that.
Allegedly.
He did that.
Allegedly. We have to put that disclaimer out there. Allegedly, because that matters. They've alleged that he's done all of these things.
He looked like
racketeering,
man.
When
you start looking at him, man. Oh, all these years, just the way he just moved, man. He did that shit, just nasty ass.
But like, so,
just nasty.
But you got to get technical now. So you really think that any of these women really like for real, got in a car, on a plane, on a bus, wherever, against their will, traveled from state to state, country to country, and was just having sex? Like, we really think that happened? It's P. Diddy. You really think he had to hold these women against their will?
Some of them.
Man.
After a while,
Now, the transportation to engage in prostitution, that's obvious. We know that's the case. We know that man was paying for sex. Like, I can't fight that one. We know that one, obvious. But sex trafficking, like, I don't know, man. I think, I don't know, man. Sex trafficking is a big one. You might as well say he raping women. Like,
but again, bro, if he drugging these women up, and forcibly making them have sex with other people, and while he watched, that's sex trafficking. That's the textbook definition of sex trafficking.
No, trafficking is once you put them across state lines while doing all of that stuff.
And that's exactly what he was doing when he going on tour, and he got these women on these tour bus, or these women going with him.
I don't, man. I don't.
So you don't think Diddy did it?
I would say dropped it by force or fraud. By coercion, yes. But sex trafficking by force or fraud, I don't think it was by force or fraud. Coercion, yes. Drugs.
No, I mean, it probably
under the influence of drugs. Come on, girl, just do like coercion, yes. But force or fraud, bro.
Fraud is a stretch because obviously you know who fuck P Diddy is.
Like that man ain't. No, I'm not P Diddy. You can come with me. Like who's doing like fraud?
But force could be, you know, like, come on, man, you coming, come on. I don't want to go, come on. That's force, because you remember we had that talk about the rape, what could be considered.
I don't know.
So that could be forceful.
Bro, this is just my mental thinking. This disclaimer is just that our views are our views. We don't share the same views at all times, so on and so forth. So this is just my personal view. I personally feel like if a billionaire is telling me come somewhere with them, I'm not gonna sit there and say no.
I mean, but if you know what you about to be up against, I mean,
and this is just me. Like
you about to be prostituted.
A billionaire look at me like, man, come on, man. Like, oh, well, I have to come on.
If you know you getting prostituted, you gonna still go.
That's and again, that's different because that point, I'm sorry. And then again, this goes back to the conversation we had, 3-4 episodes ago. But at some point, you got to put your foot down. You got to put your foot down. If you don't want to go, better let that nigga know, man, I'll jump off the building, you take me. Like something. Like
shit.
If you don't want to go, bitch, you don't got to go.
And he gonna try, he gonna call your bluff.
And do it.
Hey, and then he look at,
because realistically, you already in a life or death situation, ain't you? As you would think, because you're being forced or frauded or coerced into doing it. I mean, so you're already in a life or death situation. So you might as well jump, bitch.
From what we know, ain't nobody dead from it. So they all got away.
You might as well jump.
That's the thing, bro. I mean, this gonna sound so.
If you take me, I'm gonna call the police. Something like
this gonna sound so insensitive, but it's the truth. Like, ain't nobody dead by this shit. Like, all these women got away. They've all gotten free to tell their story.
Well, nobody's dead that we know of.
I mean, and again, that's what I'm saying, that we know of. But
he could be a whole serial killer.
But that's not what he on trial for. He on trial for 120. So from what we know,
people like Jeffrey Dahmer, bro. Like, we'll never know.
That ain't what he on trial for. So from what we know, as public knowledge, like, everybody alive.
Yeah, bro.
Everybody telling their story. So all y'all got
the wherewithal to tell your story. Why couldn't you leave?
That's what I'm saying. So if y'all got the strength now to tell your story after 20 years, because they saying this man was doing this from 2000 to 2020. So now you telling me why y'all ain't say nothing then? Because bro, if you was there against your will, the moment you got out, you would have been at the first police station. Okay. You would have been dialing whatever country, city, 911, the same thing everywhere, bro.
But they're scared, right?
But now
they're scared of the repercussions that may happen if they open their mouth to say something.
That's what WIT set for.
You don't tell me something I don't know.
But again, it go back to one of your first points about, money. So you go to your local police. Diddy already, as soon as you get in there talking about Diddy, hey, yo, boss.
Hey, man, you got somebody down here that's down here talking about
what you. They said, man. What they said. What they said about
me. They down here talking about you, man. They talking about you done beat this girl. You done spit on her forehead.
Put her in the back of the police cruiser and bring her to my house.
Is it true that you shaved her eyebrows off against her will? Like,
put her in the back of the police cruiser and bring her to my house.
Like, come on, bro. Like, we got to be. Again, we got to be for real in these situations. But again, like, I can get a billionaire, bro. That man can touch anything, touch anyone at any moment. Like, So there is a piece of fear that one could have, that one might have. But I mean, at the end of the, again, man, if you already in a life or death situation, what's death?
I mean, because again, you in what you think is life or death, but you made it out.
People, man, this Me Too movement, man. It's Me Too, bro.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, good point though. It's probably someone out there that probably ain't make it, but you know.
No, for real. Like if he beat Cassie like that, bro.
But so where are those families that, or do those families not know that their daughter was with Diddy or involved with Diddy? Because I mean,
possibly could be runaway that found Diddy and
he done found out she a runaway and just done abused her to the point of no return.
She already ain't had no phone when she met me, so I ain't got to get her no phone.
Damn.
Like,
I mean,
this
that's
hypothetically speaking.
I mean, it's all hypothetical. I mean,
could be. We don't know.
You see so much shit on TV shows and movies, bro, and it's like, bro,
that's what I'm saying,
that
bro.
shit got to come from somewhere.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it could easily be the, like, found him a runaway that popped up at one of these parties and boo boo baby.
Shit, man, the little waitress, I mean, you just don't know how he had them things going.
A little
bro.
one night stand with a waitress. She tried him like he did Cassie and gone with the wind.
Kicking Cassie all in the stomach and everything. I'm just glad to see she still was able,
have
kids, man.
She should have had a hysterectomy.
The way he kicked on her damn stomach, boy, he punt kicked that, man. I'm talking about he kicked her into another dimension. Bro, what? Man, her lips should be drooped right now the way he kicked her in the head.
Her eyes, lips, everything. She should be drooped.
She should be whole left side just gone.
I don't get it. I'm gonna just be honest. Again, I probably will never understand, like, I don't want to say allowing, but I probably will never understand, like, allowing somebody to do, like, whatever they want to you and you not say or do or...
So what do you say but somebody like in Cassie's case? Because Cassie was trying to get out. And, I mean, he literally beat her back into that hotel room. So what was she supposed to do?
She was supposed to be calling 911 on the way down the hallway. Let's start with that.
Damn.
The moment she hit that door, she was supposed to be calling. Because she ran out of there with the expectation of he's chasing me, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
But no, wrong. I'm not saying it like that, but they were saying that Diddy was asleep, apparently, when she had left. And then he woke up after and realized she was gone and ran down there and got her.
Even to that point, if you're leaving while he's asleep, you should have had a plan to.
Man,
not necessarily had a plan, but
she trying to take the elevator. She took the stairs, bro.
What she should have took. You should have been calling the police on your way out the door.
She wasn't gonna do that though, cause she already know the connections he got to law enforcement, cause that was her man. So she done seen phone calls of him calling officers, probably sheriffs, chiefs, and some more shit. So she already knew calling the police wasn't gonna do no good. Only way I'm gonna get out is getting the hell out.
No, calling police does do good, because if you're in any situation, you don't gotta drop that man's name. I'm in a hotel right now, being held against my will. I'm being chased. Or if she wasn't being chased at the moment, I'm in a hotel right now being held against my will. I'm leaving because he's asleep. I need somebody here in case he wakes up.
Man, your mind ain't in a situation like that. Her mind wasn't.
If you really trying to get up out of there,
shit. She saw a window of opportunity and she took that. Her mind was not strategically thinking at that moment. She saw
at all.
She was like, he sleep. Shit, let me grab my hoodie, my purse, and I'm gone.
Dumb.
That's all she grabbed, bro. She wasn't even thinking about, let me call the police, let me call a friend, let me call somebody.
Even call a friend. Like, you didn't call nobody, but you call yourself leaving. So you would have got downstairs, or you would have gotten in the elevator, got all the way downstairs, and then what? Because obviously Diddy don't give a damn, so he was gonna walk all the way down there.
The man walked
with nothing but a towel on.
I'm telling you, bro.
He was about to go all the way down the elevator with nothing but a towel on. Look for your dumb ass. Oh God. Excuse me.
You trying to stop cussing?
She's a victim.
Oh.
She is a victim.
I don't know, man.
A dumb victim, but a victim.
I just know for a fact that she was not, her mind was not like, let me just run. That's all.
Tell you, I would have been trying to stick and move.
I'd have been screaming. Like, she wasn't doing nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
bro, she should have been.
It wasn't no audio, so we don't know if she was screaming.
Bro, you can look at her mouth. Bro, I'm talking about leaving the room. I'd have been hollering.
Bamming on doors.
Everybody. Because again, bro, you know this nigga gonna wake up, bro. You knew this nigga was gonna wake up, bro. That's why you was already running down the hallway like that. Because you must have already.
You knew he had just got one off, or
I'm telling you, bro,
him off, or whatever it was.
So you should have been running down the hallway.
You knew he was down for a little nap, man, and you still sat there. Man,
Diddy came down that bed. I'm talking about just drug up, just.
I was about to say whose fault is that, but I can't say that. This is obviously like nobody's fault but Diddy's.
I mean, Diddy said he wasn't that man no more, bro. You said that in his apology video when that first came out publicly, because I mean that video had happened years before it came out publicly, but he's like, I was a different man then.
But again, I mean, he ain't even getting charged for that. Like,
she settled for that though, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Hey man, the U.S. and China have agreed to lower recent tariffs. So they going from 145 to 30% for 90 days, and then China gonna reduce theirs on for us. It's gonna go from 125 to 10%.
China has tariffs on the U.S.
Yeah.
For what?
Everybody will start raising their tariffs on the U.S.
China getting from the U.S. People? Like, China don't need nothing from us. What the hell are we making that somebody would want something from us in this country?
Ain't no Fords over there in China? No Fords?
I'm pretty sure ain't none of these car companies American built, bro. They say it. Ain't none of these companies American.
The Motor City?
Where they get their parts from?
And then they send the car back.
They may build it here in the country.
Yeah, cause I mean,
but
bro, when them tariffs
coming from Brazil,
bro, when them tariffs first dropped, bro,
China, like
when them tariffs first dropped, Apple sent over so many damn iPhones, iPads, and everything from China.
Yeah, man.
Trying to beat the tariff price.
Y'all ain't finna get me right now.
So I mean, it's 90 days, bro.
But the reason, bro. But the thing is, like, the reason they can get away with it, or the tariffs and stuff, is because Americans are too lazy to do what these Chinese people are doing.
Yeah, no.
You not finna have no Indonesian sweatshop in America. Like, it's not happening.
Could you?
Like, it's not. You're not about to find 200 willing Americans unless they're homeless.
I mean, even then, though, bro, they gonna be like,
and even them homeless people ain't finna sit there.
They gonna like, hold up, bro, I'm not doing this now. What you talking about?
Like, you gotta be for real.
It also come down to work ethic too. They be saying the work ethic of Americans are not like those.
It's piss poor.
It's not like those over there in those different countries, because they'll work.
All Americans worried about is getting paid.
Yeah.
They're not worried about the actual job that they're doing. Unless they already making six figures, or they know for sure they're well off in their position to where they're not going to get fired, or all these other things.
I mean, other than that, I think we'll never be to the point to where we'll be able to pay people anything. I mean, hence the fact that minimum wage keep going up. And in some of these countries, they making $2, $3, $4 an hour, and they are happy with it.
Couldn't be me. Like, it couldn't be me. But again, that's the difference.
$2, $3, $4 an hour, bro. That would be.
That's the difference between our country and China. Because again, bro, these people are fine with whatever at this point. Like, they're literally fine with whatever. You can be like you said, you can give me $2 to $3 an hour.
Yeah.
Or a day. Like, think about cruise lines, bro.
Yes.
Them people make like $15, $20 a day, bro. Like,
And they be okay with it.
$50-$60 a day,
And they be okay with it.
Just going to send it back to my family. Like, what? And again, that's the difference between our country and the rest of the world and everybody else, bro. Like, I think we just have different standards.
Yeah, I mean, our cost of living is crazy as well. I mean, it's just we have really set the bar high as Americans, man.
We got totally different standards than any other country. Like and what makes it worse is we're not like the richest country in the world because of all of the debt that we have,
bro. And that's the thing.
So we got a bougie ass country for no reason.
Like, we spend all this money like we got it, and we really don't got it.
Like we're like Paris or something like we just
spending money
because we know our name America,
and we don't even have the money we spending.
My name is America though, so I know I'm gonna be straight at the end of the day. That's what it come down to at this point. Like, my name is America, and because my name is America, I'm gonna be okay. Like, I'm gonna be cool.
I'm gonna be straight.
I can do it all, say it all, be it all, because I'm America. Like, that's who the hell we at, like, bro. Like, it's sad. It is really sad.
That's the American way.
That's why our laws are the way they are.
Yes.
That's why we don't get anything done in the country. That's why, like, all of these things, it's all a literal domino effect.
Yeah, all of that play a part into the why behind
even
where
with
we
the
are.
Gun laws. Like, kids are dying every other week because of gun safety or anything like that. But because of the profit that they're making off of the gun industry or the gun market, not because it's a Second Amendment right,
no,
but because of the profit that they're making off of it, it'll never be a thing to where people are like, oh yeah, let's look at these gun laws.
Yeah, let's revise the gun laws. Let's go back to the drawing board on it. For the most part, people gonna be like, yeah, no, we're gonna keep making this money and just keep whatever happens.
Hell of a country, eh? Hell of a country, bro. We rely so much off of profit to where we put ourselves in debt.
Yes.
Our country is literally trillions with a T.
Yeah.
Trillions of dollars in debt. But every day we're focused on the profit.
What we gonna do? How we gonna profit? They ain't even paying back like, they not even trying to pay back the debt. It's a debt tracker, like a little thing that you go on the website. It'll show you how much debt we just accumulate every second. We just in more and more debt.
And the debt comes from countries that we're fighting with, such as China and Europe. Europe's a continent. Paris and I don't know a lot of countries, y'all. I'm just be honest with
Switzerland,
like, we're literally in debt. Russia, we're in debt to Russia, bro. And we talking about going over there blowing them up. What sense does that make?
Like, nigga, like
you
that.
You should be trying to make friends.
You and like that'll never work in the real like person world. You in debt to a nigga you know, and I'm about to go blow this nigga up.
You in debt to somebody, and because you in debt, fuck it, let's start a beef. Like, what?
Like, let's just start beefing. Then I'm gonna kill you.
And then I'm gonna wipe out your country's whole economy. Then your country will never be able to survive because I'm just gonna take it all from you. Like, that's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. Not even the world. That's the country we live in.
I'm about to say that's the country. Because people, they looking at us in other countries.
They looking at us in these other countries like we stupid.
And they like, bro, what do y'all be doing over there?
We are, but
what do y'all do in America?
Man, oh man, bro, this is sad, bro. I got kicked out of church yesterday.
On Mother's Day.
Yeah, man. Wearing a hat.
It's 2025, man. Like, why is that even still a thing? Like, I mean, growing up in like super like traditional churches, everybody know take your hat off. Like that's okay, cool, whatever. But
And
it's
even,
like,
bro, even
and again, you knew it as like, okay, that's what they want us to do. That's whatever. That's what we're being taught. But then as you get older, especially in 2025, man, you got, I mean, everybody preach, sing, everything it has. Traditional churches, Baptist churches, I mean, Pentecostal churches, non-denominational churches, because, I mean,
bro,
you find me a church that they not wearing a hat,
bro,
I'm going to go find you a church. I'm going to find you 10 that is.
that are happily that would love to.
So
invite you.
I'll raise your one with 10 other churches that's going to openly let me wear a hat.
I wasn't going to do it. But I'm just say the church, bro. I was at Mount Sinai Missionary Baptist Church, man.
That's right here in Orlando.
Walked in. I'm just paint the picture for everybody here. Walk in. Literally as I'm walking in, man, there's a dude, one of the, I don't know if he's deacon, minister, whatever.
Usher.
I knew for sure he was singing on the praise team. As I'm walking in, bro, I look at the stage while they up there, man. And the dude automatically like, I'm looking, I'm like, this nigga's bugging. So I keep walking, right? This nigga's bugging. So I just keep walking. So I go sit down in the seat. Cooper flag the Dallas trash. So I go sit in the seat and I'm in the seat, man. The service is going on, right? They had technical difficulties. The dancers couldn't dance because they just couldn't play Alabaster Box or whatever, right? So as that's going on, I receive a tap on my shoulder, and a hand is presented in front of me. I can't even tell you what the dude said. All I know is he said, "Can you take your hat off?" I said, "No." He proceeds to go. I said, "No." Let me okay. I gave him the door to say what he said in response, but I said no. I said either I'm gonna take it off or I can leave. Like I'm not. It's church. I said okay, you can leave. I said, huh? Yeah, you can go. I said, all right, bet. I looked over at my fiance. I said, let's go. Proceed to get out there to the foyer, to the lobby. You know, churches, they all got weird name, the mezzanine, whatever they want to call it. So I get out there and I text my mom friend. I was like, hey, come here real quick. Let me tell you what's going on, just to give an update and say why I'm leaving church. So my mama don't think like I'm just leaving church. You know, it's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Came to see my mama. As I'm out there, the dude that told me to leave, he comes with an usher and a deacon.
Okay. He come reinforcement.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's, you know how they do that meme? They'd be like, and at that moment, he knew he fucked up.
Yeah.
So, again,
that's where he was at.
Again, the only thing that saved him is the fact that my mother is the praise and worship leader.
Okay.
My mother is the praise and worship leader here. So this could go one or two ways. Either Chris could be Chris, and they'll probably ask my mother to never come back again.
Yeah.
Or Chris could be Chris, but I could give somewhat of some grace.
Mm-hmm.
So the dude come out, he's like, hey, what's going on? I look at him, I said, bro, your boy right here, you know, I'm hot now. So I'm pointing at people, looking at them in their eyes, like, what's up? Like, all of this. In church, in the lobby of the church.
In the lobby of the church.
So I'm looking at bro, I'm like, your boy right here, he came up to me, told me I got to leave because I got a hat on. And then bro said, well, it is a part of our church. I said, I don't care. You're asking me to leave the church. I said, it's a church, right? He goes, yeah. I said, okay. I said, y'all come as you are, right? He said, yeah. I said, okay. So as I am
You gotta leave.
Every time I come in this church, I get harassed for wearing a hat. But this is as I am. Mind you, backstory, the last time I was there was Youth Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Youth Sunday. And 5 people walked up to me to ask me to take my hat off.
Yeah, on you Sunday.
On a Youth Sunday.
So you had to know on Mother's Day.
Backstory, I was told on Wednesday, as you know, I was told on Wednesday that a conversation was to be had with the deacons and the pastor and all of these people so that this situation wouldn't happen.
Still happen.
And the situation happened. Emily, churches are supposed to be open for all. For all. Mind you, Emily, I lead praise and worship each and every Sunday.
In a hat.
In a hat.
At a church.
At a church.
Mm-hmm.
Not for a live stream. No, with people in the audience.
Not for AI, for people. Not for a live stream.
Not for a click farm, like none of that. With real people in front of me each and every Sunday for the last 2 years, and no point has anybody there ever said, "Hey, Chris, why do you wear a hat all the time?"
You think you can take that hat off when you're
leading praise and worship? Mind you, in the pulpit.
In the church you go to, that pastor is
in the most sacredest of y'all excuse my feet. In the most sacredest of sacred places, as they would call it.
In the church you go to, that pastor is a world-renowned prophet. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
You know,
all right.
Somebody that caliber, they not even asking you to take the hat off. And this prophet she's done prophesied all over the world. So under
But I just, again, like,
prestige names.
I said on Facebook yesterday, and I'm going to highlight it for real, like, I understand why the world now, or even the world before, or where the world is today, however you want to word it, I understand why people of the world don't like to attend church. Or why people of the world don't like to be in the vicinity of church people.
I think it can go either way, though. Because it could just be the church that you exposed to. Because, we've been to a church where they wear shorts, flip-flops, openly, happily, no problem. You had
still
people...
a black church, still rooted in integrity.
You had a praise team that the praise worship leaders in the tank top and the jean jacket just singing just praises to the king. In this church,
like Pat McAfee.
In this church is packed out every service. Overflows everything. So it's like it don't really make sense when you start lining up different churches to be like, so why you got this rule? Because your rule don't make you a superior church to anybody else, because, again, it's so many churches out there that dress code's not even a thing. Like, they don't care what you wear.
Just come.
Like, that come as you are has really been embodied in this 2020 culture. So the fact that there's still so many churches that have not really understood, like, bro, you're never going to get the people that we need to get in the world in church with this crazy philosophy of not wearing hats. Because, God forbid you walked in there with shorts on, you probably wouldn't have made it past the entry door.
No, not even, because on my way out while I was cussing people out, a whole family walks in with shorts on. Whole family. Decked out. They were decked out in an outfit. It was like a palm tree shirt with like red or blue pants, shorts, like literally shorts.
So again, nonetheless, it never makes sense when,
and then to hear
these churches are so caught up in their old school philosophy.
And then to hear from my mom, because apparently after it all happened, all the deacons of the church and all the ushers and the pastor walked up to my mom, giving all their apologies and da-da-da-da. One of them had the nerve to say, "Had we known it was your son, we wouldn't have done that."
I mean, yeah. I mean, in those type of comments in scenarios like what happened to you, I don't know why people think those type of comments make things better, but that actually make it worse, especially when it's like in the church. So
You shouldn't do that to nobody.
you were gonna discriminate against somebody else?
You shouldn't be doing this to nobody, bro. You don't know what's going on under my head, under this hat. You don't know what's going on in my life. You don't know, bro. Like,
I mean, that's what it really go down to. Like, you don't know what's going on in people's life that brought them to your church on this day, and now you done lost a soul because of a hat. Like, obviously that's not you, but God forbid it'd have been somebody that was off the street and was like, man, let me just pop up in church today, man, and got a hat on, and now they being told to leave.
and then not just a hat, but you lost. I mean, not just a soul, but you've lost a tithe. You lost an offering. You lost a member. You've lost a friend, a brother, a whatever. Like,
It all go
so many.
it all go down to losing a soul when you in church, man. You walk somebody go in this building and they walk out of here, or they get told they gotta leave. That's somebody. That's one less person that's gonna make it to heaven. I hope that.
This may be a bad analogy for it, and y'all excuse me if I'm wrong, but I really don't give a damn. It's kind of like the chart that we used to see in elementary school when we first did sex ed. How when you have sex with one person, it's like you have sex with three. If you have sex with three, it's like you have sex with 12. 12 turns into 48. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, the one soul that you lost.
Because that person's not gonna leave there and not talk about it.
Come on, man. Now that turns into you, my fiance, your wife. That's three people who will never go to that church ever again. And then it turned from those three people. Now you got your wife's family who ain't gonna go, your family who ain't gonna go, my fiance's family who ain't gonna go. Now you done turned them three people into
Families.
20, 40, 50 people already. And for them people, they gonna sit down the line and say, "Oh no, don't go to that church because they kick people out for wearing hats."
I mean, that's what it really go down to, is like you just really, I mean, you locked yourself into your crowd only. Like, that's crazy. Like, with me, when you called and told me that, I just, in 2025, man, like,
that's been everybody's response, bro. In 2025.
I mean, because again, if anybody that has seen church over the last 5 years in a way that it has completely like developed and transformed, and again, not lost its foundation in Jesus Christ, but has transformed to understand like how we gonna reach the world if
the world can't even come in.
If the world can't come in, bro. Because again, when we was growing up in church, I mean, you know how it used to be in some churches. Can't do this, can't wear that. I mean, God forbid you was going to church when our great grandmothers and grandmothers was going to church, and it's like you can't wear dresses and skirts past you. Like, all these morbid dress codes that none of them are anything that you can go and pinpoint and be like, oh yeah, this is what. Yeah, in the Old Testament.
And even, bro, and oh my God, bro, even with the Old Testament way of living, because I'm starting to like, I've lately have been like looking at a lot of the Old Testament stuff to see like, why don't we live this way anymore?
No.
And one of the main things is in the same scripture that it says for the man to not cover his head, yada yada yada. And I said this on the phone yesterday, bro. Like, a lot of that spells out what men or women shouldn't do, period. And we still yet do it. For instance, you're not supposed to get a haircut. Every man in this world get a haircut.
Yeah. You're not supposed to eat pork. You're not supposed to eat
You're not even supposed to cut your nails.
You're not supposed to eat the swine of the sea, so like shrimp and crabs and all that stuff, and
no
seafood
tattoos,
boils and all that.
Like, you're not supposed to do any of these things. But yet you want to say, oh, this is how I live by this book. This book is telling you what not to do.
I mean, but that's why so many people that don't understand the book, the Bible, and understand how it translates will question our religion, because they'll be like, well, how do y'all take from this? No. When Jesus came and he came on earth, he renewed his father's mindset to say, hey, come on now, God, you tripping. How you want me to come down here and run this and you running it like a tight ship? People don't understand, like, that's who Jesus was. And now in the 2020, 2025 era, like, he's coming back to show us again, like, come on, y'all, how we gonna get the world? I came down here 30 and 2 generations And y'all still around here doing the same old school, Old Testament, old thinking mentality. Cause some of that stuff just bro. No hats.
I feel
Bro,
like
no hats is
I feel like
nuts.
for a lot of these churches, man, and I might be on the soapbox for a minute. I might be on the soapbox for the next 4 or 5 episodes. But I feel like a lot of these churches are living in a sense of what they say insanity is. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Each and every Sunday, you coming in doing the same thing. 7:30, 9:45, 10:30, 10:33, whatever your service time may be, 11, 12, 1, 5, whatever your service time is, we're literally going in and doing the same exact thing each and every Sunday. We're going to go in, we're going to do 20 minutes of praise and worship, we're going to do a prayer, we're going to do offering, we're going to do a song of meditation, or if not the song of meditation, you're going to have the dancers get up, they going to dance. After that, pastor going to come up, preach, you might do another offering, might do an altar call, then we're going to leave. It's repetition each and every Sunday. Yeah. But you're expecting something different to happen. You're expecting a new shift of God to come in. You're expecting a new fresh wind to come in, but you're not doing anything different. You're not doing anything different to appease the younger people that could come and change your church. You're not doing anything different to appease the people who could come sway anything, whether they're young, old, anything. You're not doing anything new to get people to say, come here because we could show you something different that this church ain't doing. But each and every Sunday, y'all expecting 25, 30 souls to walk down the aisle and give their life to Christ.
I mean, and that's the sad part about it is those churches tend to be the churches that just never get it. Like, I mean, you look at churches around you in Orlando that have been around for years and those that have made the change and have went with the times and they're still growing, they're still thriving, they're still going. Then you got churches that.
What's the name? I ain't even gonna say the church because I ain't gonna do it today. I said one. I ain't gonna do another church. I ain't gonna say their name, but you know who I'm talking about. Just turned 9, 8, 7, whatever it was. Literally doing the same thing each and every Sunday.
Yeah.
With the same 15 to 20 people, expecting a different result. You're not offering more for people. No. You don't even offer children's church. But you expect people to bring their families to church and sit there and listen to you preach. Your praise and worship is 45 minutes every Sunday. The pastor preached for an hour and 45 minutes every Sunday.
I mean, that's one thing, man, with these churches that expect people to bring their families and expect husbands and wives to sit together and be like, yeah, babe, let's go to this church on Sunday, and you don't even have anything for their kids. Like, I just don't understand I don't understand how that even lines up. Like, that should be the foundation of most churches because families are what build churches. And to have a family, I'm going to want to know I got a children's church I can take my family to.
Because I don't want my child sitting next to me all service long.
No.
I'll just be honest with you.
Because I can't get what I need to get or what I came to get because I still got to worry about baby so-and-so on the side of me.
But again, these churches are doing the same thing month in, month out, year in, year out.
It falls into contentment, Drip. They just get content with, well, we got these same 10 souls that, you know, we bring in every week. So, you know, one day God gonna send. But it's like, why are you putting that on my God to...
But why are you content while you're in debt?
Yeah, because some of these, yes.
You're
some of these churches are paying, yes. Some of these churches are paying out their pocket.
I can't say that God didn't tell you to do something because I don't know what God may have told you.
Yeah.
But every week you're saying God said to do this, God said to do this, God said to do this. And you've been struggling for 9 years doing it.
I mean, man, and then some of it just be ego.
Did God really tell you to do that?
Some of it, and again, bro, some of it be ego. Some of it just be people just feel like, oh, I want to be a preacher. I got to be a preacher. Because everybody is not called to be no senior pastor, bro. And the church that you're referring to, we know that this person was a glorified associate youth pastor in different areas. Like, some people are made to be a help. You go out here and start your own church. You got 10 people. You can go be a youth pastor and minister to hundreds of youth. Like, you really got to, like, what are you doing this for? Who are you doing this for? Because at the end of the day, it really started to begin to look like the person is doing it for selfish reasons when you bringing people into the same thing, bro. It's so many churches.
You are so selfish.
Bro, even on Easter, churches didn't even have members, bro. Like,
you were so selfish to have 15 people.
Because nobody's questioning the gift that you have. You have a gift. Like, you might very well have that gift.
Are we?
I'm not questioning the gift that God may have given you, but what my question to you is, why are you utilizing it in such a selfish way? Because maybe you really do have a voice or a word for the people or for a generation, but who hearing it if you doing the same thing and you not giving yourself the opportunity to get out there and get under somebody that, again, sometimes people just don't want to submit. That'd be another thing. People just don't want to do that one word, and that's be submissive. Take direction. You just got to be the head honcho. Why you got to be the head honcho?
You got to have a big way what was going on. Like, you got to be him all the time.
Why though?
I again, it goes into what we were saying before about the ego thing. You got such this big ego to where you can't even accept the fact that you're not even doing good. Because again, bro, you can walk in each and every Sunday and look out into your congregation and only see 10 to 15 people every week.
The same faces, bro.
Mind you, your church seats 150 plus. And you seeing the same 10 to 15 people every week. Ain't nobody gave their life to God at your church in 5 to 6 months. But you're expecting something different because you're doing a Mother's Day event?
And that's what it's supposed to be about,
because
bro.
Because you having an Easter egg hunt? Why are you having an Easter egg, a children's Easter egg hunt, and you ain't even got children's church?
That's where you get with these churches. You say, hey, you know, I got this gift in my heart. I got this gift in my heart. I want to do this Easter egg hunt. I know you a church established. I see you got this. I want to donate 200 eggs to your ministry, and I want to put my logo on your flyer. I want to be able to partner with your church. That's what it's about. That's what building's about.
How are you having children's events
with no children?
With no children's church?
Because then all these children come to the event, and they try to come to church on Sunday. Where they gonna go? What they gonna do?
And no, in case y'all are wondering, no, the same church that kicked me out ain't the church we're referring to now.
No, it's two different churches.
Two different churches.
Two totally different churches.
All right. Might be down the street from each other, but they're two different churches.
Yeah, ain't about skipping a hop, but
for real, like it's becoming at this point, because again, like, for somebody to get kicked out of a church, not for anything offensive that they said, not for anything that they've done, not because they stood up and said, "Hey, F you, pastor," like,
no,
because they had a hat on,
and you felt like, as the church, like, okay with that.
And then come to find out, the deacon ain't been a deacon no more, not even 6 months.
He's still wet behind the ears.
You ain't even been a deacon in the Lord's house for 6 months. And you kicking a nigga out of church for wearing a hat, dog.
You still wet behind the ears, talking about some go ahead and get up out of here.
What? Like, again, I in the moment I didn't get it. I still don't get it now. Even with an apology from the pastor, like, I still don't get it. Like, and I'm not gonna say we're, because I don't care about the church. I don't care about what your mission statement is. None of that. If y'all goal is to save souls on a day in and day out basis, that ain't how you go about doing it.
No.
And that's all it come down to it as. Pastor, if you see this clip, because I'm gonna clip this and post this right here. Pastor, if you see this clip, bro, show this to your deacons and tell them, bro, that ain't how you go about it.
That ain't how you build no
This
church.
ain't how we go about discipleship. This ain't how we go about ministry.
That ain't love. That ain't Christ.
Come on, bro.
That ain't what he ministered. That ain't what he preached.
That wasn't cool at all.
That ain't how you do that.
That wasn't cool at all, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Even if my hat said "F you, suck me up," whatever, bro, That ain't how you do it, bro. You should have walked up with a piece of duct tape, told me to put it over my hat. Hey, come here, real man. Let me.
Let me go ahead and get that for you.
I don't know if you know your hat said that or not, but like for real, like there are ways you do stuff, ways you handle stuff in certain places that, because not to say you should be able to get away with murder in the church.
No.
But realistically, like,
this supposed to be a place.
If I can't go nowhere else to do anything,
I should be able to go to church.
I should be able to go to church, bro. And if I don't feel safe, comfortable, happy going to a church or going to church, because the upside, and again, all this is getting clipped and sent to you, pastor. So you need to show this to your deacons, for real, because this is for real. If I wasn't as mature as I was in my walk with Christ,
could have been telling another story.
This would have been a whole nother story.
You've been telling a whole nother story.
And not me cussing them out, but me just saying how I'll never go to church again, period. Not that church. I'll never go to church again, period.
Yeah. Because again, it takes maturity in your walk with Christ to get to the point. Because again, bro, had this been a babe in Christ, bro, or somebody just going into it, that could have very well been the thing to make them say, this is why I never go to church again, or this is why I don't go to church, or this is why I haven't been to church.
If I only went to church on, as they seeing me, the Christmas, Mother Day, Easter, if them the only 3 days of the year that I go to church, and
I'm not going no more.
1 out of 3 of the 33% of the time I go to church. 33% of the time I go to church.
And that's what happened?
This is what's going to happen?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going back.
At all.
That's literally going to be that person's mindset is, yeah, I'm not going back.
All right, bro. And again, bro, what it goes down to is bump just your church. You got to think of the body as a whole.
Yeah.
That and that I know for sure that deacon didn't think about. You didn't think of the body of Christ as a whole.
I'm telling you, bro, it's about the souls, bro. You think about the church.
Come on, bro.
You think about the name on the building. You're not thinking about who we doing it for, bro.
Because in my personal opinion, bro, you were thinking about your ego. I'm the deacon. What I say goes. That's what you were trying to assert in the situation. I'm pretty sure once he said, okay, you can go, he did not think I was about to get up and leave.
You got me, yeah. I mean,
but I'm not about to sit here and fight you in the church. I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with you in church. About my hat, bro.
About a hat, I'll just leave.
Because I'm not taking it off. That's what I'm not doing. I'm a grown man.
Being asked to take my hat off.
I am a grown man.
Being asked to take my hat off in church.
Ain't nobody in this world, bro. And you know what's crazy? Is because some would fight this. Some would try to fight this. Well, if you go into court, you would have to take your hat off then. That's because if I was to go to court and don't take my hat off, I could be held in contempt and go to jail.
Yeah.
Do I have respect for a court? No. Am I stupid? No. So yes, I'm gonna take my hat off in the courthouse. Because the courthouse ain't labeled as come as you are.
Yeah. It's obviously a
courthouse ain't labeled as a hospital or a place where you can come and get help and get freed and get. That's not what a courthouse is labeled as.
I know how I'm supposed to come to the courthouse. So if I do that, then I'm asking for trouble. But when the guideline to this organization, as people would call a church, the Bible, the guideline to this church is come as you are, then what's wrong with my hat?
Because at this point, I need an explanation from the pastor or from one of the deacons to help me understand what come as you are means. For y'all church, at least. Not for the world, because I know what it means. But I need to know what it means for your church.
So they gonna try to spin it. One would try to spin it and make it spiritual. That means spiritually come as you are, whether you know God, never talk to him, don't know anything about him, come as you are spiritually. That's how those traditional churches try to spin that come as you are.
But even spiritually, like if I'm coming as I am, as we know, your emotions, the spirit realm, and all of this all tie in together, right? So if emotionally I feel covered,
Mm-hmm.
everything in me feels balled up, shrinkled up, all of this stuff. My emotions are always going to be an outward expression of everything else, whether it be your spirit realm, all of that. All of that's going to be outward expression. So if I'm coming covered up, you should already think in your head. And again, because you're a deacon, a minister, this ain't. Let's we got to give the context. This wasn't just a random usher that walked. This is a deacon of the church that walks up to me.
So
someone who is supposed to be a disciple.
Discernment should have kicked in for sure.
So if I'm walking into a situation covered up, bundled up, not as open, I'm not walking in speaking to nobody. I didn't walk in with a smile on my face, none of that stuff. So something in you should say,
What's wrong with this young man?
not instantly go to take your hat off or get out or no, what's wrong? Let me try to figure out what's going on.
Let me try to do what I'm supposed to do and disciple. Let me try to do what I'm supposed to do and recruit. Let me try to do what I'm supposed to do and get us 100%.
I feel like this situation should be used as a training tool.
Yeah.
For that church in particular. Because at this point, I've talked to the pastor, I talked to the pastor's sister, I done talked to another person of the church done DM'd me. Oh my God, I'm sorry this happened to you yesterday. We feel so embarrassed. I'm just like, ain't nothing for y'all to feel embarrassed of. I mean, there is, but like, there's nothing for you to feel embarrassed of.
I mean, don't feel embarrassed now. It's obviously was the culture of your church. It's obviously been the culture of the church, forever.
And
so
beyond it being the culture of your church, like,
what you feeling embarrassed about? That's your church. Now y'all just got called out for it. So now it's, I'm embarrassed. But what you embarrassed for? This was your church before. 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, before this was public knowledge that y'all was asking people to leave your church for wearing hats, you weren't embarrassed then.
Y'all would have stood on it then.
But now that it's public knowledge, and now it's, we so embarrassed, we so sorry.
And again, bro,
come on, man.
The statement that stood, had we known that was your son, I really wholly think that they think that's the right thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro, that's the worst comment people can make in any situation that has that type of, where you can use that saying, if it was so and so, if I knew this, like, bro, that, huh?
Because I'm nobody. Let's start there. I'm nobody. I am nobody. I am nobody to sit here and put up special rules for. I ain't the one to sit here and, we'll put you on the totem. I'm nobody. So to say, if we knew this was your son, my mama ain't nobody. No, it ain't no disrespect to my mama. I love her. God knows I love her, but she ain't the first lady. So it's like, how do you say to somebody, had we known that was your son, just because they got a prominent role in your ministry?
Yeah, that right there again. That's the foundation era. That's a favoritism thing. That's like
if I was some bum off the street,
you gonna have to go.
That's sad, bro. That is sad.
You just gonna have to go.
Now I understand if I was walking around the church giving bum bumps. Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go. You over here touching people.
Yeah, you gotta slide, bro.
I understand that. I'm not giving bum bumps. I'm literally wearing a hat. Came to get a word. Let's start there. My.
Celtics up 13.
Celtics are up 13. Well, guys, this has been a great episode. I'm sorry about that little soapbox moment.
Everybody need it, man.
I really feel strongly about this situation right here.
I mean, rightfully so.
Like, beyond and people probably won't think that it goes beyond the hat, because it for me it goes beyond the hat. You literally turned a soul away.
That's all I keep saying. I mean, at the end of the day, had it not been, because again, it just happened to be you, somebody that knows Christ, that's in church, that know God. But had you just been somebody that was fresh off the street, had never, a soul would have been lost yesterday.
And I literally told them, I said, y'all are lucky that I've been going to church for 26 years.
A soul would have been lost, man. And it's like your ego would have been stroked, so you was gonna be straight. Cause
yeah, I got somebody.
To
he thought he was gonna come in here doing what he wanted to do, but Little do you know, again, not because I am somebody, but little do you know the connections that I do have. What you did is, again, the downfall. And realistically, it exposed, because like you said before, it exposed what's really going on there.
Yeah. Because, I mean, maybe it was one of them things that some people didn't know, but as you've been going to that church, that's been your church, you had to know that, y'all had strong opinions against those that wore hats.
I mean, strong.
So you couldn't even sit up and make, I didn't know we still
I
was,
didn't know people could
I
wear
didn't know,
that.
or I didn't know we was still doing that since, nah, you knew that didn't change. Some things just don't change.
That's the one. I didn't know we were doing that since took over.
Yeah, exactly. That would probably be the argument that some of the ones that might be like, oh well, I ain't know because ever since no.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I continue to wear a hat. Y'all got a newer progressive leader, a younger leader, somebody who could help advance the church more, and obviously my thought process was stupid.
Oh, it was way off.
Oh my God, I was way off, bro. Like what I thought, I should have thought.
No,
I should not, and that's on me.
yeah,
That's on me. I should not have gone, even though I was told it would be different. I should not have gone in there expecting it would be different. I think that's why
that benefit of the doubt is an MF for something.
It's a hell of a thing to give people the benefit of the doubt.
I'm trying to tell you, boy. Sometimes it goes in your favor, but then sometimes it can do what it did yesterday.
And lately in life, I've really been trying to give people the benefit of the doubt.
I be trying, man. I be wanting to. In most cases,
trying so hard to give people the benefit of the doubt. In whatever aspect, whatever situation, whether you've wronged me or not. Like I be, you know me, I like playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Like maybe he did it because he thought I meant this by this, but no. I be really trying to get people like
not in this case.
At first, before I found out that they said, "Oh, had we known it was your son," I was trying to get benefit of the doubt.
And then that comment kind of just iced it.
Because I found out that he was a new deacon like 10, 15 minutes before I found out that the whole, if we knew that was your son. So the whole time I was like, okay, he's a new deacon. And then my mom was like, and then they had the nerve to say, had we known that was just, huh?
Yeah. It don't make it no better, man.
I said, you shouldn't even told me that. You shouldn't even told me they said that part.
Had I been rolling the dice about coming back in the future, that
right there
just sealed the deal, because that's yet again another flaw.
Because my mama already told him, like, he's probably never come ever again.
Yeah. So
and there's 100% truth in all of that. I'm probably never going to.
Don't even suggest it.
Man.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, bro. It's been a great episode,
13 to 6, just like that.
Wow. It's been a great episode. We got to tune into this game, man, to see what the Knicks and the Celtics got going on.
Friday Night Live,
7 p.m. on Friday. Throughout this week, we're gonna be giving y'all some blitz, some buzzes, so we can get some more conversational pieces to talk about. Y'all tell us what y'all want to hear about. Y'all tell us what y'all want to talk about.
We're gonna talk about it. Y'all see, we done switched the setup. We on the couch now.
Yeah, man, this is. Whew. I can drink for real now.
Yeah.
I can drink for real now, man. I should have been drinking before I started talking about this church, man. We'd have been here another 45 minutes, man.
Boy, God would have had to turn the power off.
I'm telling you.
That's gonna be the only way they be able to go in.
Oh my God.
Because
I have so much to say, I just don't want to keep prolonging the time more.
Yeah,
I really want to watch this game.
I mean, there's so much that we can still go into. Because again, bro, that's just a. Because again,
this ain't the first time I've been harassed like this at this church.
And that's not the only church that's happening at. It's a problem at a lot of churches, and it just happens to be that you keep running across that twice at the same church. But it's a lot of churches that go in that, and they need to hear some stuff that we need to say about why they doing
about it all, bro.
Because that don't make no sense. Even churches that's out here that 5-6 members having church every Sunday, get with these other churches, man. Merge together, man. Build something.
Man, y'all better go build a new. Jesus Christ, I'm trying not to say nobody's name, bro. I'm trying not to say nobody's name, and I was about to put these two churches' names together, bro, so they can merge their churches together, because God knows they need it. I'm not gonna do that. We need to end this live. Thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all so much, because I need to get the tea.
Thank y'all so much for being here with us. Friday, I'm being on the soapbox again, because, again, I have so much to say about this topic. Stop kicking people out your churches.
Don't kick nobody out your church this week, please.
Y'all know every week I leave y'all with something. This week is don't kick nobody out your church for wearing a hat.
Wear your hat in church. That's mine. Put your hat on.
Matter of fact.
If you going to church this week, go put your hat on.
Oh, God. And if you need a hat, I'll supply it. You let me know if you going to church this week. If you need a hat to put on your head. Put that back on.
That was quick.
About 30 of these right here. You can rent a hat from me. Rent a hat. I got every color you could think of. Rent a hat by Chris. If you going to church on Sunday and you need a hat, you let me know. Because I'm about to flip the culture.
I'm telling you, bro.
I'm about to change the culture of these churches just by wearing a hat alone.
I mean, a lot of churches are already doing it.
A lot of them are already cool.
We just need to start finding the churches that's not just popping up in them with hats on.
I swear to God, I need to find whatever. Bro, if you know a church that don't allow hats, you let me know. I'm popping up.
We going with our hat on.
With one of these on right here.
We ain't doing nothing on Sunday. We go with our hat on. Y'all find. I know a couple off the top of my head. Outside of the one that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Right in Enville.
Now I wore a hat in that mud. They ain't say nothing to me.
Oh, that's right. You did. What you called it over there? They was cool over there?
Yeah. I wore a hat right in there.
What about, it's another one over in the front of Enville. We'll talk about it.
That's my people church. They cool too. I know you talking about the big one in the front, not the small one in the front. They right next to each other.
Yeah, his wife died in the front row doing service.
All right, y'all. This has been a great live. Now I got some tea to get. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Discussions and conversations. We actually gave y'all an hour and a half today.
Whoa, a cool 90?
We did 90 today, bro. So again, thank y'all for tuning in. I just want to make sure we touch on everything. Like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned on future episodes.
You know we coming back on Friday.
Prompt the audience to comment on their favorite playoff moment. Yes, y'all let us know y'all favorite playoff moments. Preview topics for the next episode. We coming back at y'all with more in depth NBA coverage. I'm still gonna be on my soapbox on Friday. Y'all posting about it all week long, so I know I'm about to get more comments, more questions, more concerns, and all that stuff. So I'm on my soapbox on Friday as well. But again, man, thank y'all for tuning in to Discussions and Conversations. Friday is episode 10.
Big 10.
The Big 10, number 10.
We used to look like the number 10 when I was bigger.
Oh.
It was 1 and a 0.
My God, Jesus, from on high.
Oh, that weight loss, though. So we don't look like number 10 now. We look like number 17.
Oh, my God. I'm going to end it on this, man. My mama just texted me and said the hat says fishing department. This is the hat. This is the hat I wore yesterday, just a different color. The one I wore yesterday said yellow. My mama said, didn't he call his disciples fishermen of men?
Mm-hmm.
So if you see me at your church with a fishing department hat on, it's because I'm a fisherman of men. I am a disciple. Them deacons may not have been good disciples, but
it's discipleship.
Call me. Look, he fed the people.
This nigga said,
with how many? 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread.
2 fish and 5 loaves.
I got one of the fish right here.
He threw the best fish fry the world's ever seen.
I got one of the fish right here, y'all. For real. For real. I'm back on my soapbox on Friday.
2 fish and 5 loaves.
This has been Discussions and Conversations. I can't tell you how much at this point I'm just done with church, man.
Yeah.
I'm just done. Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's 11 people watching right now.
It's 11
Wow,
people.
man.
Over time it was.
Oh, well, yeah. It don't show like our current
The
viewers.
first number is the concurrent views. That's how many people have been watching the whole time or have been watching concurrently, have like consistently.
Okay. Let me do this before we tune off then so I can see it live in full effect. Live and in full effect. To all 4 of y'all watching right now, thank y'all. For real, for real. Like, share, subscribe, comment.
Everything. Do it.
Put it out there. We say this every week and y'all don't do it. I still haven't seen anybody like, share, subscribe, or comment. But we're going to continue to say it until y'all do it.
Because that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah. So, discussions and conversations, man. Episode 10 this Friday, 7 p.m. Y'all tune in. 7 p.m. Friday, 95 degrees. We ain't got no, and they ain't got us. Maybe I shouldn't have.